today I have here iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 6 Plus, and this iPhone has a touch disease. So I did upload a video before about the touch disease solution, and unfortunately that video I couldn't get it like done successfully because it was like another problem. So today we have the same problem on this phone. The touch disease, the touch screen is not working. So the problem is, if you see, the frame is like bent, it's curved like this, or it's curved like this. So it looks like it's curved from here and curved from here. Here is like this, and the other side is here. All right, so to solve this issue, there is an easy fix for it. Just you will need to take the phone, all the phone parts, including the motherboard, out from the frame, from the chassis. So let's start. We will need, for this repair, we will need the pin-type screwdriver, and we will need a Phillips screwdriver, and we will need an IC SAMU, a cutter, adhesive, and that's pretty much all what we need. And we may need like tweezers. All right, so let me put this to the side and start. So the first thing, we're gonna open these two screws in the bottom here. I'm just gonna do this phone quickly. So if you're not following up with me, please watch the video from the beginning to the end, and after that start watching it step by step. So I took the two screws in the bottom here. Now I'm using the IC SAMU. I will insert it right here, and they will just pry up like this, wiggle this way and this way from this side, and voila, the screen is open. The screen has 5 screws here in this bracket. So I'm just gonna take these 5 screws, and they will put them organized so I can put them back easy. The 2 screws in the bottom are in the bottom, and the 2 screws in the top are in the top, and 1 screw in the middle. Actually, the screw in the middle is missing here, so this bracket we need to put it exactly next to the screws. Use your nail and disconnect these cables. Okay, so we put the screen aside. Now we're going to take the SIM card off, out from here, and we will disconnect the battery. So the battery has this bracket on the flex cable. This bracket has 2 screws. I'm going to put it right here, and you put the bracket is right here. This one, it will go next to the screws. And now I will disconnect the charging port cable. Is right here. This is the charging port cable, and here is the, what they call it, the battery flex cable. Okay, we have another cable right here. This is for the signal. Okay, is disconnected. Alright, so next step, I will take all the screws on the motherboard here. We have 1 screw right here. Let me make it next to the SIM card. So this is the SIM card. I'm just putting them organized here so I will have no problem to put them back quickly. And I will disconnect the camera cable from here. This is the rear facing camera front cable. Fold it back a little bit. Always be gentle with the cables. I have 4 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 2 screws are holding this bracket. and we have here the two cables, one for the volume buttons and one for the power. I disconnect them, and I have another cable here for the Wi-Fi. I think it's for the Wi-Fi or for the GPS. Just disconnect it gently, and it's like stuck here in this small channel. And this cable is very weak in this part here. Make sure don't bend it too much, because it's easy to break. Alright, so once I took the 4 screws on the top, I have 2 more weird screws. 1, 2. These 2 screws, they are weird. So I'm just gonna use a small flat screwdriver. Small flat head. Okay, so when you are opening this kind of screws, make sure this screwdriver doesn't slip and mess up something or in the neighborhood. Okay. Because we have some components here, and this screw, it's like easy to slip because it's not like holding good on the screw. Alright, so now I think all the screws are off. What I'm gonna do, I will just lift up the motherboard. So before I lift up the motherboard, I have one more screw here. So this screw, it will be right here. So after I remove this screw, I will just like lift up the motherboard from the SIM card tray like this, and like just try to slide it out, because this part here is holding it. As you see, I'm just gonna slide it out like this, and once I release, I will push this back, so this is down, and now the motherboard is free, as you see. And I still have one cable underneath the motherboard on the top here, so don't just take the motherboard out quickly. You see this cable? Okay, so this is the Wi-Fi cable, is disconnected, and the other cable is for the wireless, for the GPS. Alright, so this is the motherboard. On the motherboard, the touch DCs is underneath this bracket here. You see this black part? This is like this is an adhesive or a tape. It's like a tissue. I'm just gonna like use these tweezers and peel it off. Alright, so I just peel it off like halfway. So the touch DC's problem is right here. We have these 2 components, 1, 2. 1, 2. These 2 components, what happened when the phone got like bent? These two components, they are soldered. They have many connecting points to the motherboard. They are soldered like this. So when the motherboard got bent like this, they got like disconnected. At some point they got disconnected, and that's what gives the problem, the touch DC's problem. Okay, so let's suppose this is the component which I'm talking about, and it has like connection point to the motherboard here. They are soldered to the motherboard like this. So when the motherboard got like bent this way, at some point here they got like lifted up, disconnected. So once they got disconnected, we start to have the touch DC's problem on the phone. So what I'm gonna do, I will put like something on top of this one high, and I will push hard to make sure that that thing is like pushing the component to stick very well and make good connection. That's the thing. So to do that, I will just use the adhesive. I will just like take this adhesive, and I will like fold it in 3 layers. Last time I did like 4 layers of this adhesive, but now I'm just gonna do like just 3. Okay, so those are 3 layers. I will need scissors. So I'm gonna cut all right, so this is one, and this one must be perfectly the same size like the component we have here. So I'm gonna stick this one on the shiny one, the one which looks like the glass, as you see, sticks very well. And I have another one here. This one I'm gonna stick it on the top of the other one next to it. All right, so now I will just like heat it up a little bit. Make sure don't heat it up too much, and I will put it in like in this flat surface. They will make some pressure on it from the top side, from the other way. All right, so now as you see, it's right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I will put the motherboard back. So to put the motherboard back, I will start with connecting this cable first, the Wi-Fi cable. Make sure all the cables, when you are connecting them, they are like matching 100% with its connection on the motherboard. And make sure don't leave any cables underneath the motherboard. So this extension here on the motherboard is gonna go underneath right here. Okay, so now I will make sure to lift up this bracket from here. All right, so the motherboard now laying flat on the motherboard, on the chassis. Okay, so I will start like putting the screws back now. I start with this one. And this, and I will connect the camera flex cable, and I will connect this cable here, the GPS cable. It's going underneath, is going here between the motherboard and these two cables, and it sticks on into this channel here. The cable looks like it's not reaching perfectly because I stick it into the channel first. So now the cable gonna go into its channel. I connect it first, and after that I will like make sure it goes inside this channel here. And now I connect the power button and the volume button flex cables. Charging port cable right here. Okay, so I have the two weird screws. One goes right here, it's tricky, this one. It's not easy to put it back. Okay, I got it. Sometimes I use the Phillips screwdriver to just stick it into its place. Like this, and after that I use the flat screwdriver to tighten it. Alright, so now I will put this bracket here on the top. And they will keep putting all the screws back. Okay, I connect the screen cables, and now I connect the battery. Alright, let me test the phone before I put everything back together. And voila, as you see, the screen is like responding normal. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I will finish this repair. I will put this bracket back. The battery bracket. And now I will just connect the screen back. By the way, I supposed to bend the frame back before I put everything, but let me make sure the phone is working again. Alright, I think it's working normal. I will need the password. Zero 085211. Okay, voila, the phone is working normal now, right? So if the phone got bent again, it will give the same problem. Alright guys, so I think everything is working perfect now, as you see. So if I will finish this video, if you think that this video is helpful for you, please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Also, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And thanks for watching again, and see you in the next video.